Hi guys, how are you? Lots of you interested in what I've done and who I've used for the PD course over the last 3 days. So if this interests you, please reach out. Happy to share, more than happy to share. It was amazing. And look, if I'm honest, I had really shied away from doing an intensive kind of PD course like this, personal development course. For the last 2-3 years, I kind of was in a place of just wanting to be. I didn't want to do any more of that deep work on myself. I kind of was like, kind of done with this for now. And anyway, with my grandfather passing, my relationship ending, very much at the same time, that was really the catalyst for me, with a friend having just done this course, to just think, okay, yep, I'm just going to bite the bullet, put my ego to the side and just do some some of that deep work. So what I have come to realize is just how much woundedness I was carrying in myself from a period of my life when I was 14 and had anorexia and spent time in a mental institution. To me, it never felt relevant anymore. And so I hadn't really spoken about it much in my life, much in my personal development work. But obviously that was quite a traumatic experience to go through. It was sort of before, I guess, eating disorders were quite common, so there was no eating disorder clinic. So I was put into an adult institution as a child and isolated in that ward away from everybody. So it left me with a lot of trauma and a real sense of woundedness that I didn't even know that I had. And when I uncovered that and then pieced all the pieces forward, it made sense with some of the relationships that I have chosen for myself since the age of like 2021, where I felt wounded and not enough. And of course, they were also wounded, because you always attract your mirror. But then of course, they're seeing that woundedness in me also led them to be quite controlling. And so a lot of my male intimate relationships, bar the last one, have all been quite controlling. But what it's done by having that woundedness and also putting that sort of safest source of love for me from a man in my life, which was coming from my granddad for me, it meant that I have never actually been 2 feet invested in a relationship with another man. I let my granddad take the greatest seat on the table in terms of the man in my life. And no man, of course, ever measured up. And I didn't want any man to bump him off from that big seat at the table of me. So, of course, when he passed, massive seat left empty at my table. So it's been really, really interesting. And I can't tell you how different I feel now that that sense of woundedness has gone. It's actually been quite, I feel lighter and I feel freer. So this sort of timeline kind of therapy work that this couple does, look, it's intense and you will get breakthroughs, but gosh, like, you really do dive into the beliefs and conditionings that you didn't even know you were carrying, but are subconsciously making you attract and bring into your life a reflection of what you feel, even if you don't know you're feeling that way, even if you don't want to be feeling that way. Quickly, sharply, and really can, turn your life around after these kind of events. So it's, intense, amazing work, and these guys are very skilled at what they do at a very high level. So if this sounds like something that you need in your life, please reach out, happy to share. And if you guys have sent me a message or an email and I have not got